All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first session of the Dungeons and Duckies, where chaos will roll, where dice will falter, lives may be lost, and lives may be saved.
Not my life, though.
Who will know? Who will live? Who will die? Only ones who know are I and the Dice Gods. Welcome to Duckies and Dungeons.
You've done it wrong. You've done it wrong. You've done it wrong immediately.
You got it right the first time.
The last part, I deliberately did it wrong.
Okay. Also, I'm not dying, and neither is my frog.
A dick, you know. Wait, I can't say that because you can't see this. Yeah. So, are we going to introduce ourselves before we take off on this voyage?
Whoa! I can move my drawings around.
So, starting with Zach.
Yes.
Your experience, your information, sir. You are up first.
I'm an elf, ranger, hunter. I originally come from a forest town full of other elves, but something occurred recently where the entire town was destroyed, burnt down, everyone died, I'm the only survivor, and I'm trying to find answers right now.
That's suspicious.
Yeah. Something was also taken from our town.
And your experience as a D&D player.
I've played a few games, and I like to play more.
Mr. Matt, you are next.
Oh, okay. My character is Vigdis Deathface. She is, half-orc. She comes from the island of Belgium, but not that Belgium. It's a different place. No relation to the actual Belgium.
Oh.
I don't even know if Belgium exists in this universe or not, but if it does, we didn't know about it. We just called our island Belgium as well. Very war-torn island, and at some point I betrayed the orcs and just started killing everyone. And now there's almost no one left on the island. So I've moved to the mainland to try to find a place to settle down.
Holy shit.
And your experience as a D&D player.
I've played a few campaigns, and I just finished DMing a campaign recently, so...
Not bad. Not bad. Mr. Makal.
My character's name is Slippin' Tarantino, and he is the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather of Quentin Tarantino. Keep in mind that there is no consistency with the number of greats. It's just a old relative of Tarantino. He is a human, and he's also, I guess his class is rogue. He's also a pirate, but he wants to leave the sea life because he has a fascination with feet, but out at sea there's nothing but mermaids, and it's actually kind of underwhelming for him. He kind of had a falling out with the family, and now he's back. He also was adopted by pirates. That's important, because that comes into a story with Starwolf's character, but I'll let Brent dive into that a little bit. But he just wants to become, he just kind of wants to get out there, have some real life experience, and he's also going to he wants to be a playwright and write some plays up, because film doesn't exist yet. It is also suggested because of my character that a foot fetish is a genetic thing. So I just wanted to point that out too.
And your D&D experience, sir.
This is like my first game, so yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Welcome aboard. Mitzy, you're up.
Okay, so my character's name is Ranabo Sprimkle. They are a halfling bard. They are androgynous. No gender whatsoever. Do not gender.
Oh.
They come from a poor family from a small town. They have a pet frog named Duke that they love more than anything in the world and will kill and die for without hesitation. And their whole motivation for wanting to go to college, and oh, by the way, they're also trying to raise money for college. Their whole point of wanting to go to college is they want to learn how to be a necromancer so they can keep their pet frog alive forever. Oh, and Ranny also hates the rich. Basically, they have the morals and philosophy of Diogenes, but the personality of Poppy from Trolls. My experience with D&D is that years ago I was a D&D player, and then I peeled off from my group because my DM was a dick. 2 years later, I ended up becoming a DM for a group of people who are lovely, and I love them very much.
Not bad. Not bad. Mr. Brilliant, your turn.
All right, my character is Dow Starwolf. His family was murdered at a very young age, and he was sent to a temple which basically acted as an orphanage.
That's not funny.
Hey,
Hi.
find humor in dark places, okay? It's how I cope with life. Anyway, he met Slip and Tarantino, and they became best friends. But Mr. Tarantino got adopted by pirates, and Dow Starwolf was left alone. And he was really bitter about that. A couple years later, the temple burned down, and Dow just wants to figure out what happened. He recently went out trying to find Slip and Tarantino, surviving in the woods all by himself, trying to avoid people because he's socially awkward.
Wait, which one of us is socially awkward?
I am.
Okay.
Dow Starwolf.
I mean, I think my guy's probably fairly socially awkward too.
He's a pirate.
Mike,
It's
did you
Dungeons
ever
and Dragons. Every character is socially awkward.
Mike, did you ever say that your character went through the time vortex?
I was waiting to see if one of us is going to bring it up. Yeah, we can dive into that more later.
I mean, that's a backstory thing, right?
My character is old. Brent's character is
We're childhood friends. My character is 19. Slip and Tarantino is 45. One day, Slip and Tarantino went through a time vortex, whatever, time paradox, and he lived however many years.
I think a wormhole would be the best way to describe it. A time paradox is something completely different.
26 years he spent in a different time, and he came back. So I played D&D one time 5 years ago. So that's my experience. I have no clue what I'm doing.
Since we are sharing experience, your wonderful deity, we're slowly approaching 3 years. I was little under a year as a player before I took up the mantle of DM. I still play when I can, but I'm slowly approaching my 3-year mark of D&D history, and technically 2-year mark of being a DM.
Nice.
Clapping!
Thank you. You're much too kind. That won't save you from my dice.
You were clapping your cheeks, by the way.
That's exactly what happened.
Just want to put that out there.
That wasn't cheeks.
Them thick
How can you
cheeks.
sexualize it more than not clapping cheek? Like, what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It wasn't the cheeks that were clapping.
See, I
that
don't
they're
really
dragons.
understand it. I don't understand that.
Yeah,
joke.
I'm not a... Yeah, I'm lost as well.
Like, that's the furthest you can go. Oh, those... I wasn't clapping my hands, you know? It's like, where can you go farther than ass cheeks?
So I dropped my pants,
Uh-huh.
and I just shook.
Yeah.
And it was my schlong just hitting my legs.
I like this backstory.
I'll send you a picture later, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Send it so it can be a visual reference.
He sent his German...
So, to
Yeah.
start you deviant miscreants off, you find yourselves in the city of Neverwinter. A dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker has asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumbled settlement of Phandalin, a couple of days' travel southeast of the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had something big and that he'd pay you all.
You cut out.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, just me.
He paid you all
And
what?
that he'd pay you all. He pays us.
What is he fucking paying us?
What the fuck?
The drama.
I gotta know.
Wait for
This
it.
Cliffhanger.
Wait for it. Everyone stay quiet. Hold
He'll
on.
come back.
Shut up. I still hear you
Can't
laughing.
handle the
Stop
suspense.
laughing. Hold on, we gotta wait.
Technical difficulties.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
Moment of silence for tension. Yeah.
This is the first character death of the show.
God is dead.
Look,
Burn
guys,
the
we're on
bottle.
episode 1 and we killed God.
Oh no.
Should I text him?
God damn it! When did I break off?
We lost you after pay.
You after pay.
God damn it! I was at the end of the intro.
Listen, just don't fuck up next time. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Blame Discord.
It's easy. Just don't be a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw the dragon into the tavern at this moment.
Whoa, hey. Don't punish us for your mistakes, my guy.
Hey, it's Discord. It's not my mistake.
This is breaking my immersion. What is Discord?
It's the magical service that all the high-level spellcasters like to use to communicate.
Let's continue.
You all are in the city of Neverwinter. For most of you, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asked you to bring a wagon load of provision to the rough-and-tumble settlement of Phandalin. A couple of days' travel southeast of the city. Gundren was really excited about, and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you all handsomely for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandalin. He sets out ahead of you on horse with a warrior escort named Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business, as there had been, oddly enough, dragon sightings in the area, which is odd for this region, as dragons don't normally gather in this area. They're normally more up north or down south, but never in this region. This is where you gather. This is where you find yourselves. This is where we start with the Elven Hunter. What do you look like, sir?
I'm a pretty thin dude, brunette hair, bow on my back. What else do you want?
Just what do you look like? What do you sound like? How do you present yourself?
I don't know, deep-ish voice, pretty quiet, not really a social kind of guy. He's kind of got his own mission going on. He's not really looking for a group. But because of the talk of dragons, he is curious because a dragon did invade his town along with a robed man. So he's interested in this quest.
Followed by Deathface. What do you look like? How do you sound like? How do you present yourself?
Well, I'm a very tall very tall orc lady. You know, the green skin, the tusks, blackened eyes, black hair pulled back in a ponytail, big decorative axe slung across my back. The art I have of this character is wearing armor. Technically, I'm not wearing armor, but aesthetically, I'm wearing armor.
Aesthetically pleasing.
It looks like I'm wearing armor, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's all for show. It's not really armor. It's faux armor.
Yeah.
It's nothing but fur. Followed up by Rainbow.
Rainbow Sprinkle, Rainy for short, has red hair, orange eyes, a yellow shirt, a green vest, and a blue bow tie, purple puffy shorts, and pink tights underneath those shorts. Ranny is always carrying a white ukulele, and when their frog is not on their shoulder, it is secured in a safe little, cozy little pouch, and they're just really excited to be here.
Nice.
And I also have freckles.
And current said frog is currently hips deep in Rainbow's alcohol glass.
Oh no! There's no alcohol in it, is there? There's no alcohol in it.
Not anymore.
Okay, I take the frog out of the glass and I put frog on shoulder.
Not enough to hurt the
Put
frog.
Duke on shoulder.
Just
The
enough
frog's
to
having
get
a good time.
blood.
Frog's got a nice buzz going.
Budweiser frog.
Followed up by Slippin'.
Oh, I'm slipping. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I look like a famous filmmaker, Quentin Tarantino. You can only know what he looks like though by looking at like a glass fortune ball, I guess, to see the future. No, but my guy's got like the difference is though is one, he's missing an eye, lost at sea, so he has an eye patch. He's bald. He has a gray beard, even though he's kind of, like middle age. I don't know if he should necessarily be this gray yet, but it's also kind of got like yellow stains in it. It's kind of gross. It doesn't look like he washes it out that much. He really is into feet, but his feet, his own feet, aren't really much to go home about. They're kind of lame, in all honesty. He's a fairly tall man, though. He is hunched over a lot of the time. A lot of back issues.
Damn.
I don't know what else to say. He's just kind of tagging along to take notes down for his first play.
That is more than enough. Rounding it out, Starwolf.
All right, Mr. Starwolf here has blue hair and a sporty Frenchman mustache. He's 5'10", weighs 170 pounds. He has chainmail armor, and he constantly looks confused and scared.
Could you remind me again what species your character is?
Human fighter. I realized I didn't say that earlier.
Human rogue, but also pirate. Ex pirate.
I want to know something. Since halflings don't typically wear shoes, is like Slippin' gonna be like cool about it, or
Nope.
No.
I feel like that's up to Slippin'.
He's not gonna be.
He's not going to be creepy about it, is he?
He might be creepy. I don't know. You can't count on him to not always be a creep. He's not going to demand that you remove your shoes. He's not that bad. He is going to prefer that you're not wearing them.
He's gonna sniff your feet at night when you sleep.
Christ.
He is a rogue. Is he going to steal our shoes?
Maybe.
So I can smell them.
I mean,
these are baseless accusations.
I mean, to be fair, halflings do have hobbit feet.
Yes, they don't typically wear shoes.
I
asked a simple question and it has spiraled out of control.
Well, I
I'm just
reject your
curious.
hypothesis.
You just wake up to find Slippin's nose in between your toes, just inhaling deeply.
Oh, God.
You guys are just bullying me.
This is off to a terrible start. Nobody's listening to this podcast at this point.
I was trying to express myself, but now I'm only gonna show 1 foot per movie, and it's gonna build up from there. I mean, play, and it's gonna build up from there. Now you've made me insecure. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys.
Before Gundred leaves you, he points to a creature sitting on the tavern bar, having watched you all at this point. A mutual friend of mine left that in case you lot find yourselves in any trouble. He leaves, and as you all look over to the counter, you see what looks like you need 2 hands to pick it up, but it's a large reptilian creature. It has a purple body just staring at you all.
Friend? Is it a friend?
As it notices your gaze, it kind of lifts up, and you notice as you watch as it spreads out some wings and it glides over to your table. As it does so, you're able to catch a glimpse of its underbelly. It's pink. As it aligns on the table and looks at each of you,
I'm just kind of raising my eyebrow.
It appears to be a pseudo-dragon.
Rainy thinks it's adorable. I want very much to pet it.
I think it's annoying.
Does Rainy reach out to pet it?
Yes.
Oh no.
It looks at Rainy, holds up a paw, and holds up 1 finger, almost as if to say,
Oh, no.
You only get 1. It extends its neck out for you to pet its head.
Oh! Rainey's fine with
What?
that. Gives
Nice.
it 1 little gentle pet.
Roll the credits, you won.
Game!
As you do so, it pulls its head back, looks at each of you, gives a Slippin' a once-over, like, okay, before lifting up and alighting itself on Starwolf's head.
Ooh.
What the fuck did it just do to me?
It basically looked you up and down like, okay. And then it basically jumped off the table and is basically curling up in Starwolf's head, in his hair.
Ranny's jealous. Ranny's like, oh,
Does
okay.
Starwolf have
Mr.
dandruff?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Starwolf really, really likes to take care of his hair.
Good.
The pseudo-dragon is gently gripping some of Starwolf's hair in its front paws, almost like trying to steer him, or just holding on.
Oh, this is a
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille
Oh.
situation.
Oh no. Is it a ratatouille?
No.
Okay.
Is it part Ratatouille?
Nope. This was gripping on because it was either that or it sinks its claws into your head.
Okay,
Has
so
it-
at least he's being cool about it.
Has it seen the movie Ratatouille?
You don't know what it's doing.
Has he seen the playwright Ratatouille? Oh, wait, okay. Tarantino starts to write the playwright Ratatouille.
He gets inspiration.
He gets his paper out.
Inspiration.
He's the original creator.
For this session tonight, Mike, you do have inspiration.
Yes.
What this means, you can choose to use the inspiration to re-roll any dice roll involving the D20. You can choose to use it for yourself. You can choose to use it for an ally. Or you could choose to force me, the DM, to re-roll.
Okay, so I have that for tonight.
You have that for tonight. And
Nice.
unlike most D&D games where you can only have one per session, I let you stack them up for the session.
Oh, okay.
There are many ways you can earn one. In this case, you stayed true to your character and earned one.
Hell yeah.
If you do not use it this session, you may carry it over to the next.
All right.
You
Sounds
did it.
great. I did it.
This is information for all of you to have.
So this allows me to get a reroll, one of my allies get a reroll, or make you reroll.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So basically, say you need to do a saving throw and you fail or an ally fails, or I roll a natural 20 against someone and I'm about to kill them.
Okay.
You can force me to re-roll.
Well, we'll save it for a good time then.
So, you all have been given your mission.
Mhm.
You were all shown the cart that is currently hooked up to 2 horses that has been waiting for you outside. Your meals and drinks have been paid for while you're here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Do you choose to head out now or do a little sightseeing in Neverwinter before you head out?
I want to head out as
Man,
soon
if
as
the drinks
possible.
are free, I'm gonna get some drinks.
God damn it.
I am your brother, your best friend forever. Singing the songs, the music that you love. We're brothers till the end of time. Together or not, you're always in my heart. Your hurting feelings in you will rise.